Hey guys, welcome back to Face to Face. We are going to continue with Ninjas with Feathers. It's the last chapter. It's very bittersweet. I've so enjoyed this book with you guys. This one's called Goodnight Angel. So I think she's saying goodbye to her angel. So let's get to it. Chapter 16, Ninjas with Feathers. What are you doing? I asked as I approached my brother. I followed you. What are you doing, Zoe? He replied. That depends. What exactly did you see? I really hoped he wasn't going to say evil trees. Grayson scratched his head. I saw Talia yelling at you, and you were praying for her, and then I started praying for you, and whoa, what? I said with astonishment. You were praying for me? Yeah. Grayson blushed. I saw something amazing happen as you prayed for her and stood your ground against whatever was trying to control her. It was like there was this, I don't know, spiritual battle happening. Does that make sense? I held back a giggle. More than you know. Grayson continued. Then you ripped up a book and she started crying and you asked for forgiveness and then you guys did a dorky fist bump thing. It's not dorky, I said defensively. It's super dorky, but I saw what happens when someone forgives and lets go of hurt and anger. I didn't think there was any hope for you two, but you made a way where there was no way. Grayson paused. I smiled and he sighed. Zoe, I know you weren't trying to get me injured on the trampoline, and I know you feel awful about what happened. I just want you to know I forgive you. I'm learning how to be better, and it seems like you are too. I don't know how to do this stuff well, but for now, here's a little taste of forgiveness. Then my brother hugged me. After a few stunned seconds, I hugged him back. Really, really hard. And when I let go, I watched and wondered as the fear seed that had been growing on his back fell out of his shirt and dissolved into the dirt path. I have just one more question, he said, as we walked toward the house. Who were you talking to just a second ago? I glanced at Jove, who nodded encouragingly. I grinned at my brother. Don't freak out, okay? Grayson took the news surprisingly well. I wasn't 100% sure he believed I had an invisible guardian angel on a mission to protect me, but he didn't make fun of me, which was a good start. When we walked in the door, Grayson kicked off his shoes and started up the stairs. Where are you going in such a hurry? I thought you beat Alien Exterminator already. I did. I'm going to go on the internet and search angels. Pfft, you don't need to do that. You can read everything you need to know in the report I'm working on for Mrs. Koopman's class. I'm going to finish it right now. Grayson nodded. Okay, I'll read it in the morning. Good night. Good night, I said, walking over to the Chromebook. Puddles hopped out of my hood and sat on the desk, as if supervising my homework. I added in some final notes about what I had learned from today. Zoe's report on angels. What I learned today. Angels take care of me. Angels are always with me, whether I know it or not. Angels can burst into flame. Angels help me know God better. And angels are totally awesome. I spent the next hour typing away until I finally yawned and closed the Chromebook. Tomorrow was Friday, 1 week since I'd been given this assignment. So much had happened in that time. I opened my message app and started a group chat with Aaliyah and Bennett. War Eagle for life. That's Zoe. Did you guys finish your reports? I just finished. I'm actually really excited to share about angels. I've definitely learned a lot this week. Future Miss President. I bet that is Aaliyah. Way to go, girl. I bet you crushed it. Bennett can make fun of me all he wants for picking Bigfoot, but he won't be laughing when I get a higher grade than him. Ben 100. That's Bennett. Way to go, Zoe. My report's going to be way better than Aaliyah's because Pegasus is awesome and he can fly super fast. War Eagle for life. I bet he couldn't outrun an angel, though. LOL. Ben. Probably not, but he would beat Bigfoot for sure. Future Miss President? None of that will matter when I destroy you with my amazing grade. I'm going to. I rolled my eyes and closed the app without reading the rest. Those two never stopped. I just finished getting ready for bed when Mom came into my room to tuck me in. Zoe, your brother mentioned that your journal got wrecked tonight. Oh, Yeah. Well then, here you go. She held up a brown leather journal with a gold strap and the words, beauty book, written on the front. It was identical to my old one. I gasped, Mom, how? Oh, I've had it sitting in a drawer for years, she said. You know me. I always buy 2 of everything. I hugged her and gently placed the book in my desk drawer. Another chance at a fresh start. This time I was going to use my journaling powers for good instead of evil. Dad joined us and they both prayed for me. I smiled, knowing that now all 3 of my family members had prayed for me today. Puddles croaked goodnight from her tank as they shut the door behind them. Jove appeared beside me. What a day, huh? Yeah, thank you for everything, Jove. Thanks for letting me meet you. It was my greatest honor, little warrior, Jove said softly. And just think about how blessed all those kids out there are who've never seen an angel but still confidently believe that they are protected and strengthened. That's pretty awesome. So awesome. Jove, will I ever see you again? I asked. He shrugged. Maybe. Maybe not. That's up to the commander. But don't spend your days looking for me. Look for the commander. He shows himself to you the most realist ways possible. We both sighed dreamily. He's the best, we said at the same time. Jove chuckled. Enough questions. It's time to sleep. I yawned a deep, long yawn. Feel free to have some Fruitios while you stand guard, I said. They're on the table. Sweet, Jove said. I bet they taste better in a bowl than they do dripping down my armor. You're not going to let me forget that, are you? Nope. I looked into Jove's golden eyes and smiled. God sure must love me if he sent me someone like you. Jove smiled and gave me a tiny salute. As he turned to go, I grabbed his pinky. Jove? One more thing, I whispered. He leaned in close. Yes? I tapped him on the nose. Boop. Jove blinked in surprise, and I gave him a lazy grin. Told you I'd get you back. Little Kid and Holy Bean both chuckled softly. Jove stood at attention and waiting until my rhythmic breathing was the only sound in the room. The last thing I saw as my eyes drooped closed was Jove silently tiptoeing down the stairs towards the Fruitios. Boop. She got him. Oh. That's it. We have the epilogue here. I'm not quite certain what that means, but let's go through our discussion questions. What did you think about angels before you read this book? Remember, you can pause it to talk about it with your family or to write down in your journal what you thought about angels before you read this book. Maybe you've seen an angel. Maybe you didn't know we all had angels. You can also comment down below in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' discussion questions. And what do you think about them now? I would love to hear what you think about them now, too. I'm excited. It makes me excited. Does it make you excited? Zoe got rid of her bruise book and has a beauty book again. What would the title of your life journal be? What would the title of your life journal be? I would love to hear your guys' ideas. I don't know what mine would be. Beauty book is a pretty good one. I'd love to hear your guys' ideas. Which character in this story did you identify with most? I know when I was young, I was probably, to be honest, I was probably a lot like Talia. Then God got a hold of my heart. Praise the Lord. Do you need to make a change in your life? I think it's good to now think about how loving our enemies can kill their fear seeds. So it's pretty powerful. You can talk to God right now. That's pretty awesome. It's true. Okay, well, let's go ahead and read the epilogue. See what it says. I woke up Friday morning feeling like a brand new person. I had dreamed a beautiful dream about a white light, a beautiful throne, and a smiling commander surrounded by his army of angels. Dad made waffles for the second morning in a row, which never happened. It was like he somehow knew I had something to celebrate. Grayson read my report while we ate breakfast and told me I did a really great job. We even made plans to go for a bike ride together that night. When I got to school, I proudly plopped my report down onto Mrs. Koopman's desk and strutted toward my desk, looking hopefully at Talia. I wondered if Talia would jump up on her desk and declare God was the best, or that she vowed never to hurt anyone again with her words, or that she and I were going to be besties again. But she didn't do any of that. She didn't say anything at all. My permanent morning smile faded slightly as Talia spent the whole class avoiding my eyes. I wanted to say something, but it didn't feel like the right thing to do. Bennett and Aaliyah were still arguing over whose report Mrs. Koopmans loved more as we flooded out of the classroom for lunchtime. As I began to push through the crowded hallway, I felt a tug on my backpack. I turned and Talia bumped her way past me. It was really loud on the hallway, but I could have sworn I heard her mumble, "Sorry." I grabbed my lunch and was shoving my backpack into my locker when I noticed something sticking out of one of the pouches. I pulled it out and stared in disbelief. It was a watch, a pink watch with the words Dream Defenders on the front. It didn't look as sparkly as it had when Talia took it 2 years ago, but it was definitely the same watch. I grinned the biggest grin a grinning person could grin. Yeah, there was still hope for Talia, for me, for all of us. God was making ways where there was no ways, and I was excited to be part of his big story. I grabbed Carissa's watch and ran to join my friends. Okay, I'm going to read. There's the watch. Now I'm going to read Zoe's report on angels. Everyone has heard about angels, but not everyone understands what they really are. In my experience, I found some surprising facts about angels. Angels are holy beings and soldiers in God's heavenly army. Their mission is to help us with their mission. Their mission is to help us with our mission, to lead us and protect us and fight for us. Some characteristics about angels are that they are patient, caring, mysterious, and joyful. They are free to make their own choices, can look like anyone, speak only truth, and keep areas safe from evil intruders. I think angels are lucky because they get to be in God's presence and bring that presence with them wherever they go. They are always with us, whether we know it or not, and there are so many of them. But more than anything else, the one thing I know for sure is this: angels are real. And that brings me comfort because it means my God is real. My God cares about me, and he sends protection to help me through my whole life, and that makes me feel pretty special. Below are verses from the Bible, which have helped me in my research. Thank you for reading. Psalm 91:11-13 in the Passion Translation. God sends angels with special orders to protect you wherever you go, defending you from all harm. If you walk into a trap, they will be there for you and keep you from stumbling. You'll even walk unharmed among the fiercest powers of darkness, trampling every one of them beneath your feet. That is scripture out of Psalm 91:11. So you could say, it says there, defending you from all harm. Just say, God, I thank you that my angels defend me from all harm. My angels defend me from all harm. My angels defend me from all harm. And that's a really good scripture to meditate upon. Okay, Matthew 18:10 and the ICB, not international, I don't know what that stands for. Matthew 18:10, don't think these little children are worth nothing. I tell you that they have angels in heaven who are always with my Father in heaven. Okay, Ephesians 6:12 in ICB. We are fighting against the rulers and authorities and the powers of this world's darkness. We are fighting against the spiritual powers of evil in the heavenly world. Okay, so that spiritual world is real. Hebrews 1:14 in the ICB. I think it's the International Children's Bible, ICB. All the angels are spirits who serve God and are sent to help those who will receive salvation. So all the angels are spirits who serve God and are sent to help those who receive salvation. Okay. Hebrews 13:2 in the Passion. And show hospitality to strangers, for they may be angels from God showing up as your guests. Whoa. That's amazing. All right. Now we're going to move on to, it says talk about it. So let's talk about it. This is a true story. That's what it says. Okay, angels might not be orange giants, and there aren't fear seeds that will burst out from your chest, but there really are angels and demons, spiritual battles for your soul, spiritual armor, and a God who loves you. This book probably brought up questions, and that's a good thing. Here are 20 questions for you to think and pray about, or for you to discuss with an adult like your parent or church leader. Oh, there's 20 questions for I will, maybe will go over this with you guys later, these 20 questions. Let's read the acknowledgements. Do we read the acknowledgements? Okay. Acknowledgements. It takes a village to raise a child, they say. It apparently also takes a village to see a book come to life. So for all my family, friends, inspirations, and people who make books a reality, thank you. To my wife, Joy, who knows my love language is words of encouragement and told me countless times how proud she was of me. You were the fuel that kept me going. Thank you for all the nights you lovingly slept on the couch beside me while I typed words and drew pictures till the wee hours of the morning. To my kids, Zoe, Micah, and Xander. Thank you for my brother-in-law, Brian. I'm going to shorten it a little. To my pastors, my pastor, Tim Sheets. Oh, so this is J.D. Hornbacher that's talking. I thought it was Tim Sheets. Thank you to my pastor, Tim Sheets, for the opportunity to take the truths that you laid out in Angel Armies and find a way to unpack them for the next generation. It was so empowering to have a strong foundation from which to build on. So that's good. Here's a picture about the author J.D. Hornbacher. He lives in Canada and is a family pastor and media producer obsessed with Jesus, family, church, and comic books. That's why this book was so great. There he is. There's J.D. Hornbacher and Tim Sheets is the other one. So yeah, I think I'll come back tomorrow and maybe sit down with my kids, maybe all 4 of them, and we can answer these questions together. That would be so much fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed this book. It was so, so good. And I think I love it so much just because I know it is all true. And so I hope to hear from you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get updates when I post new videos. And like the video too, please. I would appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed this book. One of many that we'll be reading together. And we'll hope to hear from you soon. Bye.